Riding High with Ray Sinatra and his orchestra, presenting Mary Small and the Tune Twisters. Ray Sinatra and his orchestra opened the program with Swing High, Swing Low. Winning baseball nines are not merely aggregations of star players. They're teams in the truest sense of the word, winning by combining the greatest skill of all the players into a unity of purpose, thought and action that can only function through inspired leadership. Such a leader is Bill Terry, manager of the pennant-winning New York Giants. Mr. Terry, tell us something about managing a pennant winner, will you please?
I'll be glad to, Mr. Havrilla. But first, I'd like to say a word or two about the boys themselves. Of course, I've tried to get together the finest possible group of players, and I have every confidence in them. I believe every one of them knows I want to see him the greatest player of his position in the world. A manager's duties, you know, are not confined solely to fitting the team's strategy to the emergency of a crucial moment of the game. A lot of pre-season preparation is necessary. Every player must be tops physically, well-developed, heavy bodies, arms and legs. Watch your favorite pitcher wind up, and you'll see how much he depends on his legs to get the zip on that fast one. And think for a moment of the speed of a player must have in feeling his position. With the crack of the bat, the hitter's off for first. In a split second, the fielder must get to the ball, meanwhile judging its hop, field it, and then in less than half the time it takes to say the next 9 words, throw the ball to first ahead of the runner. It's no wonder, therefore, that our spring training trips we devote a tremendous amount of effort to developing speed. You know, when the Giants arrived in Gulfport after our stay in Havana, all the boys spent a lot of their leisure time going for bicycle rides. And did they enjoy it? And I was pleased, for I knew that every hour they spent pedaling their bikes around for pleasure was not only helping to develop speed, that all-important attribute of a good ball player, but also they are enjoying the best all-around exercise for recreation. Mm-hmm. And by the way, Mr. Havrilla, you know I have 3 youngsters, and they ride bicycles all the time.
Well, isn't that fine? I'm sure they must enjoy it, Mr. Terry. Well, thank you ever so much, and best wishes. Now, Mother Earth is garbed in a royal robe, violets sprinkled profusely beside a cycle path, a sunset trail. So Mary Small, the 16-year-old phenomenon who has just opened an engagement in the Paramount Theater in New York, sings it for you.
I'm riding down the sunset trail, 'cause it's getting near the time to round up. I'm a-dreaming as I go of a boy I used to know, a riding down the sunset trail. Every mile along the Sunset Trail brings me nearer to familiar faces. I'm a-thinking all the way. It's a lovely day today, a-riding down the Sunset Trail. Hey, old snowball, gallop along, why did I roam? Hey, old snowball, gallop along, follow your nose for home. I'm a-riding down the Sunset Trail, 'cause it's getting near the time for roundup. I'm a-dreaming as I go of a boy I used to know, a-riding down the Sunset Trail. Oh, boy I used to know, sweet as you can be. Boy I used to know, I've missed you. Be coming back to me. I'm riding down the Sunset Trail, 'cause it's getting near the time for roundup. I'm a-dreaming as I go of a boy I used to know, a-riding down the Sunset Trail, riding down the Sunset Trail.
The Tune Twisters, radio's popular trio, give a new twist to He Ain't Got Rhythm from On the Avenue.
He ain't got it, can't get it. Who ain't got it? What can't he get? The old professor, and he ain't got rhythm, and that's the reason no one's with him.
They laughed when he sat down to play.
Because he didn't have rhythm.
Hey, hey.
I know a professor of great renown, and he's the loneliest man in town. He's as smart as a man can be, but he never has company. Why is he the loneliest man in town? Just because he ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits in the house alone 'cause he ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits there and wears a frown. He attracted some attention when he found the fourth dimension, but he ain't got rhythm and no one's with him, the loneliest man in town. A lonely man is he, bending over his books. His wife and family keep giving him dirty looks 'cause he ain't got rhythm. When they call him up, it's to call him down. With the problem scientific, he's colossal and terrific, but he ain't got rhythm and no one's with him, the loneliest man in town. A lonely old man is he, bending over his history, but what good is history if you ain't got rhythm? He went out and bought a saxophone, a big bass fiddle and a slide trombone, but when he tried to go to town, they called him up just to call him down. 'Cause he ain't got rhythm, and that's why no one's with him.
Ain't it a shame?
Ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame? And who's to blame? A lonely man is he when he's bending over his history. He's as smart as a man can be, but he never has company. When they call him up, it's to call him down. In the month of January, he compiled a dictionary, but he ain't got rhythm and no one's with him. He's the loneliest man in town.
Because of its popularity, we've doubled our printing order for Fashion Cycles, Betty Goodwin's gift book of radio stars wearing the smartest sportswear. So if you mail a postcard to NBC Fashion Editor, Radio City, New York, and do it promptly, you'll still be in time to receive your copy. Our tone cycle for this evening is Ray Sinatra's own arrangement of Never in a Million Years from Wake Up and Live, You're too marvelous for words, appropriately sung by Mary Small, and they all laughed.
You're just too marvelous for words, like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous. Oh, it's all too wonderful, I'll never find the words that say enough or tell enough. I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much too much, and just too very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words.
Next Saturday, the Blue Ribbon event of the American Turf, the Kentucky Derby, will be brought to your radio by many of these stations. If you enjoy a real racing thrill, listen to Clem McCarthy as the thoroughbreds come thundering down the stretch. You'll imagine you are really present, and perhaps you'll wish you too could feel like a colt. If so, may we suggest you borrow Junior's bicycle and go for a spin. For in breezing along on a bike, there's a youthful zest you'll find in no other exercise. It's fun to keep fit on a bicycle. Make it a regular habit, and you'll be riding high. Ray Sinatra and his orchestra will be with you again next Thursday at the same time, presenting our guest stars, the Land Trio, and a surprise we think you'll enjoy. In athletics, you're only as good as your legs. Your announcer is Aloys Habrilla. This program is a presentation of the Cycle Trades of America. This is the Blue Network of the National Broadcasting Company.